Rick Grimes making the worst first impression since the beginning of the apocalypse. For real. I'd be scared of him. You know, they're joking around about Daryl dying on the show right now, and the fact that I was just about to say something. They asked Norman Reedus to do a little video for Talking Dead about the hardest scene to shoot on the series. And he starts talking about, years ago and a couple seasons ago, when he had to do the episode with Beth, that Beth gets kidnapped or whatever. And you know what? It's so strange because he's reminiscing, and that's one of those things that actors do when they've already left the show or they're going to leave the show. So I am really worried right now because I feel like Daryl's gonna die. He's gonna die.
America is screaming right now. It is now time for tonight's sneak peek of next week's all-new episode
Here
of
we
The
go.
Walking
This is
Dead.
the
Here it
sneak
is.
And we can work with the hilltop. If anybody objects, here's your chance to say your piece.
That was a really good scene. That was a really good scene. So Rick is pretty much telling the entire Alexandria group to, either join him or, say what their objections and let everyone know. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, and Rick is running it like a true family, and trying to get everyone together on the plan, to go and search out Negan and possibly destroy that camp. I was watching Talking Dead this whole time and really didn't find anything interesting to say until this little piece, and this scene just got me so excited for next week because it's the preparation, it's the calm before the storm. Like finally, all the pieces are gonna be laid out on the table, and we're gonna start seeing uh, a bunch of pieces being moved, and I'm worried because I feel as if, well, one, in that scene, Morgan looks like he's not having it, and then he thinks about it a little bit, and it was like a pause. You see the camera like really focus in on him, and you see him look around and think to himself, "Oh man, everyone is really in tune with what Rick is saying right now," and I don't know if his whole like no violence is gonna like work out too well. I think he's gonna have to change or just stay behind or something. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but I feel like Father Gabriel has a purpose there in town now, and he needs to make sure that everyone has a positivity on the whole thing. And I think that's what his job is. And I think he's actually kind of safe for now because we finally see his purpose in the apocalypse. You see his purpose in the town in Alexandria. So I think he's safe. Daryl, I don't think he's safe, and I really hope that Abraham doesn't freak out because right now he's kind of freaking out, and he's always freaking out, but right now he seems to be accepting things, and if he on this show, if you start accepting things, you're gonna die. That's what I've seen. And although Rick is kind of accepting, Rick is still that that guy that, man, he slashed some guy's throat today, on this episode, and really to protect, everything. And I mean, I see where he's at, and then he gets up and he kind of goes, "What? You don't see that? It's, business as usual." And so it was pretty crazy to see that. Overall, I mean, this episode was really good. So, I mean, it was really good. It wasn't as action packed, but it was a filler episode. It showed, the situations with Glenn and Maggie, a little bit of Maggie, her leadership, and Rick kind of like pushing that leadership, over to Maggie so that she could be the one that talks for the group. I think that was nice. You start seeing the the community type things, and that puts her in a position. And I think that people that have positions in the show, I don't think that they die right away. So like Daryl has a position in scouting, and so does Glenn. So they may be, putting it down to the nitty gritty where like there's a position that everyone plays. The team, a team. So just like a baseball team or something, there can't be two catchers, and there can't be two center fieldmen, and there can't be two first bases. So the weird thing about that is that there are two catchers, there are two first basemen, and they can't all be on the field at the same time. And I don't think that they're gonna be putting two exact copies on the show. Uh, I really don't see that. I don't think there's going to be two characters going to be the same that are going to be the same on the show. So having everyone being separated into different positions, really good, because then you start seeing you know who the people that are going to be surviving throughout the series are. Really, I don't think I have any more to say. I'm very excited for the next couple episodes. I mean, we're headed to the season finale, and we're finally gonna see Negan. There's a lot of talk about Negan. I mean, we saw what Negan did to this group, the Hilltop group. He killed a 16-year-old, and that was their first encounter with him, just to show, how he was right off the bat. Which, that quote right there, right off the bat, it starts reminding me of what I've been hearing about this bat with barbed wire around it, and supposedly the barbed wire, like he smashes. I don't know who he smashes in the comic book, but I know he smashes someone's head in the comic book with the barbed wire bat, and like it's one of our survivors, like the main group survivors. So really, I know how this show goes, and it doesn't go with the comic very very often. Now it's been going along with the comic book, starting with the mid-season premiere. It started going along with the comic book, and now we got Jesus from the comic book, the Hill type from the comic book, the Saviors from the comic book, Negan, and all that stuff is coming up right now. So it's going a little bit more on the comics, but I know that in my heart of hearts, I feel as if Daryl's gonna die. I've just seen a couple clues here and there, and maybe it's to throw me off and throw the audience off, but in writing, sometimes they do that on purpose. They put all those clues in, and for the normal viewer, um, they may not pick up on it very much, but for the ones that are there really paying attention to the whole picture, there's a lot of stuff in the backgrounds. There's a lot of Easter eggs, and they do that for us that like watching it and going, that's interesting. Silver Wings, like last week's Silver Wings, really freaked me out. It's Daryl's Silver Wings. I mean, so anyway, I'm gonna keep on thinking about this until the end of the season. And Norman Reedus said that he'd be returning for season 7. Whether he's saying that because he likes throwing people off and everything, and that's his thing, or that it's true. If Daryl doesn't die in the season finale, what better way to kick off season 7 than for Daryl to die in the premiere? I'm gonna sit on that, and then I'm gonna sit on that. If he doesn't die in the finale, I'm gonna sit on that until the premiere. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know these are long, and thanks for watching anyway. And if you get to the end, let me know down in the comments that you did. I'd really appreciate it. Either way, I'm Richie Analog, and I'll see you next time. I'm probably going to be doing these videos more frequently now that I'm starting to enjoy this, actually. It's a lot of fun. Now I know why so many people do this on YouTube. and this is just my version of all that. So I'll see you later. Hey everyone, if you like what I'm doing, please comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to check out the other channels that are featured on my main page. I'm Richie, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.